What's up, guys? Shout out to everybody today. We're going to be talking about key things to know before departing America in 2025. But as usual, guys, we're trying to get this thing going here to where we're doing an intro video to let some of you guys come in, and then we're going to get into the topic. So here goes today's intro video. And shout out to everybody coming in the chat. Make sure you show some love, and let's have another good day. We're going to do this thing for about an hour to an hour and a half until we build our community up. Once we build our community up, I don't mind staying, but until then, I want to stick to about an hour or so.
Answer me when I talk to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
Nigga, as long as you in my house, you put a sir on the end of it when you talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You eat every day.
Yes, sir.
Got a roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
Got clothes on your back.
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you?
Hell, I know it's because of me. But why do you think that is?
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Got through my first date without him, right? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. The hell with him!
Give up, Mr. Cruz. Go home.
Because you like me?
Like you. I go out of here every morning. I bust my butt putting up with them crackers every day because I like you. You're about the biggest fool I ever saw. It's my job. It's my responsibility. A man is supposed to take care of his family. You live in my house, fill your belly with my food, put your behind on my bed because you're my son. Because I like you, because it's my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you. Now let's get this straight right here and now before I go along any further. I ain't got to like you. Mr. Rand don't give me my money come payday because he like me. He give it to me because he owe me. Now I don't give you everything I got to give you. I give you your life.
Shout out to you guys. Most of you guys are catching these on playback, as I see some of you guys are commenting on the videos and the live stream. So shout out to you guys catching this on playback. Shout out to you guys catching this in the live. But today's topic is going to be key things to know before departing America in 2025. Key things to know before departing America in 2025. Why is this even a topic? Well, if you're not American and you watch this from a different country, or if you are American, we know that inflation, the violence, the ongoing struggle of just being an American in America is getting out of hand to the point where a lot of people are considering relocation at younger ages like myself, or even at the older ages. Some of our guys that's 40, 50, and 60 out there. So I wanted to have a conversation about key things to know before departing America, whether you're going to Colombia, whether you're going to Bolivia, whether you're going to Thailand, whether you're going to Vietnam, wherever you're going, there's certain things we should all know before departing on these journeys, right? And we're going to show some videos like you just seen. Shout out to everybody coming in the chat. And we're going to talk about it. And if you guys have any comments or suggestions on key things people need to know before departing America to your next destination, feel free to chime in. Feel free to come on the StreamYard if you want. I had a couple guys that said they want to come on in the comments from my last couple lives and challenge me. I said, feel free to, because I'm looking to learn also. But from my understanding, I left the country about 4 times now to go and do recon missions in other countries. And from my understanding, I do have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to what to know when you're permanently leaving America with no plans of return. Once again, The reason why most people are leaving America is because of the violence. Maybe it's the relationships, maybe it's the inflation, maybe it's the politics, but more and more people my age, older and younger, are leaving America. So I figured we just talk about it. And you know us, we critically think, we don't judge each other, and we try and learn from each other in our community. Although we're growing slowly, we are growing surely. So let's jump into the topic. The first thing I would say to know before departing America is where to get a passport, guys. A lot of people don't know where to even get a passport. Seriously, I'm on TikTok live a lot because I have a lot more followers over there. Shout out to TikTok. And I'm talking to these guys, and I promise you, more than 5 people told me I don't even know where to go to get a passport. So that's the first thing you want to know, guys. Where to go to get a passport. I think I have my passport laying around here. Let me get my passport. In order to get a passport, you need to go to the post office. This is what a passport look like. This is the smaller version. I recommend getting the bigger version so you don't have to worry about the stamps or the pages running out before your passport expires. But this is the smaller version of the passport. Go to the post office and get a passport, guys. I also have a way that you can get a passport for free. I'll say that again. I also know a way you can get a passport for free. But this is the first step to departing America in 2025. It's getting this thing, this passport. Even if you want to just go on a recon mission, you got to get your passport. The way that you get a passport for free in America is you go on the government website, and if you qualify for free medical benefits, food stamps, or any government benefit, you qualify to get a free passport. I'll say that one more time. If you qualify for free medical benefits, food stamps, or any sort of government assistance, you qualify to get a free passport, guys. So it's no excuse. Even if you don't got enough money to travel, I just told you how to get a passport for free. Now, this is the first step. It sounds dumb to mention it, but a lot of people overlook it. Some people think they could go to Canada, they could go wherever without a passport. But you need that passport, guys. It don't matter if you was in jail before, incarcerated. Shout out to my incarcerated guys. It don't matter. Only way you can't get the passport, I'll say this. Only way you can't get the passport is if you owe child support or you owe the IRS more than $50,000. The only way you can't get the passport is if you owe child support or you owe the IRS more than $50,000. Okay, guys? So it's no excuse to not have your passport. And honestly, if you owe child support, your ass should be here anyway, taking care of your kids. Now, I told you this for the critical thinkers, but we do criticize each other too in order to sharpen each other's iron. Iron sharpens iron. If you got child support, go handle that and then get your passport. But for all of us single guys with no kids and all of us single females with no kids, or even if you got kids and you taking care of them, go get your passport and get your kid passport. And if you qualify, make sure you get it for free, guys. But if you don't get it for free, think of it as an investment. The next thing you need that a lot of people don't talk about is a bag of money. It's a bag of money, all different types of money. But we're going to focus on USD. Most people don't want to talk about that part. Listen, guys, when you leave America, cash is king. When you leave America, USD is king. It don't matter if you black. It don't matter if you white. It don't matter if you blue. Only thing that matter is green. So what I need you to do every week until you leave America, I want you withdrawing the maximum amount your ATM allow you to withdraw. So I'm leaving on March 3rd. So every week until March 3rd, I'm withdrawing $400, no matter what. No matter what. You want to have somebody in your bank account too, but you want to have a bag of cash. Why do I say that? You might get to another country, guys, and your bank card not working. You might get stuck in the airport somewhere. You want to have at least $5,000 at all times, guys. And people aren't telling you these things because they don't want you to be discouraged. But if you can't even do 5,000, just make sure you have at least $2,500, $1,000 cash on you at all times. Because when you're traveling, you never know what's going to happen. I'm gonna say that one more time. When you're traveling, you never know what's going to happen. So you want to have some cash for an emergency. You want to have your passport. Those are the two main things. And the third thing that's really going to take this conversation for about the hour or so we're going to be here. We're going to be here for about an hour or so. Like I said, until we build the community up to a point of consistency, I have a goal to get Cash App and or monetized so I could purchase the StreamYard so we could go for 4 or 5 hours. But until that point comes, we're just going to keep these lives at about an hour or so. We're going to keep it quality information. We're gonna plug in the videos. We're gonna make it nice. It's only our fourth one, but we're growing pretty fast. So shout out to everybody supporting. But the next thing that we need, we got our passport from the post office, the United States Post Office. We got our bag of cash. We got some cash in the bank. The next thing we need, guys, is a form of currency coming in before we even get to the next country. Nobody talk about that. You want to have some type of online money coming in, or like you could do like me. You could have a skill set. So you can have a degree. I got the bachelor's degree. Shout out to all my guys with the bachelor's degree. And I also have the TEFL certification, so I know that I could get employment in Vietnam, Thailand, or wherever else I decide to go. You got to have those three essential things. That's the three basic necessities. Now, this is the three basic necessities, guys. But I want to get a little bit more into what else you want to bring, not only to just get there, but to flourish while you're there. To flourish while you're there. In order to flourish, you need discipline, guys. In order to flourish, you need discipline. Discipline it sounds like it's easy, but it's not, because when you're in America, we're treated so badly that the first Thai person that come and give you a smile, the first Colombia girl that come give you a hola papi, the first Chinese person that want to take a picture with you in China, we're not going to know what to do with ourselves because we're so used to getting treated badly or treated like we don't exist in America. At the first hint of kindness, we're going to open up our bag of cash. At the first hint of kindness, because unfortunately in America, we know how it is. It's not kind to us. None of us know our next door neighbor names. Most of us don't. But the rest of the world don't work like that. That kindness don't come with, usually it don't come with, I want some money from you. Usually the kindness come from a place of collectivism. That's how most of the world work, on a collectivism space. And in America, we work on an individualistic space. So that's why I preach to get the passport and do the recon missions. That's why I preach to get the passports and do the recon missions. Because once you get the recon mission done, you get all that other stuff out of you. You see what I'm saying? Once you get a couple stamps, you get all that other stuff out of you. Because what's going to happen is when you get to the country of choice, my first country was Thailand, you're going to get hit with something called ethnocentrism. It's a culture shock. It's a shock. Wow, people could be this nice. Wow, the girls here is this much different. But what you're going to realize is if you go on a recon mission, come back home, you're going to realize it wasn't as extreme as you thought it was. It was just extreme because it was new to you. Ethnocentrism. It wasn't as extreme as you thought it was. It was just extreme because it was new to you. So it's important, in my opinion, to do the recon missions. Go to Colombia first before you just move there. See what it's like. Go to Thailand first before you just move there. See what it's like. Then come home. Compare it. See the difference in the algorithm. When I'm in Thailand or wherever, the algorithm, it's 1,000 people in there. But when I'm back home, it's only a couple people. But I grow the quality audience when I'm home. And I know when I'm in Thai or anywhere else, those numbers, for the most part, are just based off of where I'm at, so I don't get to your head. Because people will see that and they'll say, "Oh, we could do this for sure." As soon as you leave, that Thai girl, that Colombian girl you was dating, that you was so crazy about, she gonna show you the real version of her. So the important thing is to get all of that stuff out of your system. So when you move there, you have the discipline to move accordingly. That's a key point that a lot of people they won't mention. You want to have the discipline to move accordingly. Move accordingly. So I've been to Thailand 3 times. So this 4th time I'm going to live there, guys, it's going to be super easy for me to have discipline because I know what to expect. I know how people treat you. I know that sometimes it's genuine, it is, but I know half of the time, honestly, guys, it's a facade. But we're so used to not being treated in any way other than bad in America, we don't even take towards that. So those recon missions are important to build discipline. You don't want to end up in a massage shop spending all your money, guys. Let's be real. You don't want to be ending up in a club in Colombia getting drugged. Let's be real. So those recon missions, when you're just a tourist, are important for when you totally relocate, because you know the real from the fake. Ubon is a place where tourists don't go. Pattaya is a place you want to stay away from. Bangkok is a place where you could really get work done. You see what I mean? Because you did your recon the times before, so you're not left guessing. You know exactly how much money it takes for your spending habits. It's a lot of things that are beneficial in a recon mission. If you don't know what a recon mission is, it's simply going to a country, checking it out, right? In a tourist-like manner, but with a relocation mindset and going back home and making more money. Okay, guys? So these are important steps, very important steps that people often leave out before leaving. So we got our passport because we don't got no child support. We don't owe the IRS. We got our passport from the United States Post Office. We got our bag of money. We got our language, guys. There's no reason why we should be on YouTube just watching videos pointlessly, aimlessly, and not learning the language of the country you want to be in, at least brushing up on it. We got our language, guys. So once again, guys, these are some of the key quality tips for the utmost success. And I'm going to caveat this with saying that if you don't have that discipline, you might as well stay in America, because it's nothing but trouble that awaits you. And that's talking to myself also. But nonetheless, I'm going to show you guys another video in regards to the topic at hand. And let me know what you guys think. I see a couple people coming in and going out. Like I said, I'm going to keep these brief until I build up a bigger crowd, but I'm just going to keep being consistent, and the crowd is going to find me, I'm sure.
You. If they think you're not enough, if they don't see your value, let them walk. People make time for who they care about, and if they're not making time for you, then believe them when they say they're too busy. Don't force it. If they wanted to be with you, they would be. If they choose something or someone else over you, let them. It hurts, but you can't make someone feel what they don't. You shouldn't have to beg for someone to care, to love you, to put in the effort. If they're okay with going weeks without talking to you or never seeing you, let them go. Don't make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option. If they're showing you who they really are, believe them. Focus on those who see your worth without you having to prove it. Your energy should be spent on those who show up for you without being asked. Don't chase someone who's already shown they can live without you. Let them go and keep moving forward, because you deserve more than being an afterthought. At the end of the day, remember your worth. Don't settle for less than what you know you deserve. Keep your standards high and your circle tight. The right people will value you for who you are without you having to ask.
So guys, that's another important point. Keep your standards high and your circle tight, even when you overseas. Keep your standards high and your circle tight, even when you overseas. What do I mean by that? The fellas know what I mean by that. If you don't let a pay-for-play hooker in your house in America, don't let a pay-for-play hooker in your house in Colombia. If you don't let a pay-for-play hooker in your house in America, don't let a pay-for-play hooker in your house in Thailand. Keep your standards high and your circle tight, and you will attract the right person. A lot of people don't want to talk about this stuff, or they get to the country of choice and they can't talk about it. But it's the truth, guys. We don't go to other countries and then we start to change our behaviors. Listen, I don't do drugs, so I'm not going to go to Thailand and start smoking the balloons. If you go to if you ever been to Thailand, you'll see they smoke the balloons or inhale the balloons, or you know what I mean? Because I wasn't doing that in America. So why am I picking up new bad habits just because I'm somewhere new? Now, trying out the culture, going to see the Buddha, I'm all down for that. But what I'm saying is, guys, keep those same standards. The term for 2025 is standards. What happened is we act like we never been somewhere before. We lose our standards. Next thing you know, you on the news because you got drugged in Colombia because you done did something you wouldn't even do in America. So it's important, guys, to keep those same standards. Actually, it's so important. I'm going to play that video one more time, guys, just so you guys can hear it from someone other than me.
You. If they think you're not enough, if they don't see your value, let them walk. People make time for who they care about, and if they're not making time for you, then believe them when they say they're too busy. Don't force it. If they wanted to be with you, they would be. If they choose something or someone else over you, let them. It hurts, but you can't make someone feel what they don't. You shouldn't have to beg for someone to care, to love you, to put in the effort. If they're okay with going weeks without talking to you or never seeing you, let them go. Don't make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option. If they're showing you who they really are, believe them. Focus on those who see your worth without you having to prove it. Your energy should be spent on those who show up for you without being asked. Don't chase someone who's already shown they can live without you. Let them go and keep moving forward, because you deserve more than being an afterthought. At the end of the day, remember your worth. Don't settle for less than what you know you deserve. Keep your standards high and your circle tight. The right people will value you for who you are without you having to ask.
Guys, make sure when we're doing these videos, you're writing this stuff down. It's very important, guys. It's very important for your success, for my success, because I could tell you all of this stuff, but if I don't have the discipline to implement it, it means nothing. So make sure you guys are taking notes. I know a lot of people watch on the playback, but seriously, guys, that's an important message that we need to remember. Because if you move in that manner, it's going to be hard for you to lose overseas. However, if you do the opposite of that, you trying to change somebody that's been doing pay for play for the last 5 years, you're not going to change them, bro. Just go try and find a quality woman just like you would do in America. Just because she got a body that's a 10 out of 10 don't mean that you need to try and play Captain Save-A-Ho. That's what happened, guys. A lot of guys go to Colombia, they go to Thailand, they go to Vietnam, they go to Bolivia, they go to Brazil, and now all of a sudden they playing Captain Save-A-Ho. But in America, all of the girls was just toxic. It's a shame, guys, seriously. So that's why I wanted to drill that point in and show you guys that one specific video twice. Here's another video I wanted to show you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. That's very important in regards to leaving. It's a throwback from Menace to Society, but it is very important.
So what are you going to do, KD? You going to round out there in the streets till you get killed? Like your cousin, maybe? What's that, sir? Well, Sharif tells me in the spaces.
I think the audio on that one was a little bit low, so I'm not going to play it all the way through. But if you remember that scene from Menace to Society, the Sharif dad was basically telling Kane, the hunt is on and you're the prey. He was trying to get Kane to move to Kansas from California. Now, that was in the 90s and the 80s. You can't just move from California to Kansas anymore because Kansas is just as bad, if not worse, than California. You don't believe me? Look at the mass shooting that happened at the parade for the Kansas City Chiefs when they won the Super Bowl last year. Y'all forgot about that. We have so many mass shootings, we forget about when they happen. It just becomes normal to us. So now it's no longer good to just move from one state to another, guys. Now we got to take that same message of the hunt being on and you being a prey, and we have to be global citizens, guys. Global citizens. Kansas ain't gonna cut it no more. We got to move to different countries. We got to do recon missions in different countries. We can still have our relationship with America, whatever that look like with you, but make sure you at least have a second home elsewhere. I don't care if it's in Ghana. I don't care if it's in Nigeria. I don't care if it's in Mozambique. I don't care if it's in Australia. Whatever fits you, make sure you have a second place that you have maybe real estate, maybe relationships, or maybe just know how to get around the place. It's very important nowadays, guys. I'm telling you. We're going to play one more video. Let's see how the audio sounds on this one. But guys, the reason why I'm showing you these videos is, for one, it's good to hear it from another source other than myself. And also for two, so we could build on the topic at hand, right? So you could take from these videos as much as you take from me. Like I said, I'm still getting used to StreamYard, so bear with me. But one thing we have been is consistent, and that's one thing we can continue to be. I can control my consistency. I can control my discipline. I can control me going to get a passport. Some things you can't control. Everybody not going to be able to have a money bag. Everybody not going to be able to do certain things, but you could go on YouTube and learn the language for free. So control the controllables. Control the controllables. It's very important, guys. Like I said, we're only going to be here for about an hour. We're about 30 minutes in now. But the information you getting is very quality. And some people sell this information. Some people sell this information. I'm giving it for free because the times at hand, I don't want to see you guys get stuck in the inflation bubble, the homelessness crisis. I don't want to see you guys get stuck in that. Seriously. I don't want to see myself get stuck in it. Before I let you see me struggle in America, I'll go teach English in China. I'm going to say that one more time. Before I let you see me struggle in America, I will go teach English in China. Before I bring down Travis Hunter, a fellow black person in America, I'll go teach English in Thailand. I'm not playing with you guys. But here goes another video.
Hank, do you care whether you live or die?
I don't know. Come on, man, let's bail. Come on.
He asked him, did he care whether he lived or he died? And he said, I don't know. How many people in America we know like that? They don't know. They don't even know if they care if they live or they die, guys. And I'm telling you guys, you deserve to live, but not only live, you deserve to thrive. Guys, we gotta wake up to the fact that life do come to an end, and every day we living in is precious. Every day we living in is precious. Today just happened to be the day that my cousin's birthday is. He died at 19 years old in America. College kid. Moment of silence for Langston. And this guy was smart. I'm sure he had a bright future. But most of the young people, they don't even know if they care if they live or die. And I'm telling you, it's so much to live for. I think we want instant gratification as young people. For instance, I only see a couple people in this chat right now. Most young people would see that as a form of discouragement. I see that as a form of I only could go up from here. It's progression. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. Guys, I don't care if it was 0 people in here. Seriously, this chat and this communication and this form of consistency is helping me to be a better person. I'm practicing on articulating myself. I'm showing up for me, and I'm also showing up for you all. But instant gratification is the #1 killer in the Black community. I'll say that again. Instant gratification is the #1 killer in the Black community. I'm going to show that video one more time.
Hank, do you care whether you live or die?
I don't know. Come on, man. Let's bail. Come on.
Guys, make sure that we care that we live or we die. Because when you care about when you live or you die, you move accordingly. You move accordingly. When you care about your life, you move accordingly. We got one more video. I think we got one more video, and then we're going to wrap up the topic, and I'm going to head out of here. Because like I said, there's no need to be on here for 4, 5, 6 hours, and I'm just building a community. We could do 1 hour of quality talking, quality gems, until we build. Once I'm in Thailand again, we could go for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. It don't matter to me. But for now, we're going to keep this at about an hour or hour and a half tops.
The money. It's a culture that we're raised to buy only from our own people. We'll only work for our own people. Chinese say, we'll never hire any black folk. You're never gonna go to a Chinese restaurant or Chinese anything and find black folk working there. We only hire our own people. We only buy from our own people. We only support our own people. You black folk will buy from any and everybody because you don't have a code of conduct. It doesn't mean anything to you. That's why you all can't get ahead, because you don't play as a team. You all play as individuals. And you listen to these black activists on the streets saying, we're not a monolithic people. You know, just because he did it, we don't have to do it. He's wrong. All of you should play as a team. Even if you don't like something that the group is going to do, you should play along with the team, and so that you got team power. Wealth and power follows the numbers. If you haven't got a lot of blacks with you, you're not pooling your money, pooling your votes, pooling your attention, pooling your interests, pooling your labor, then other people will pick you clean and share. Not mad.
That's another great point. Culture, guys. It's important for us to embrace each other. When you outside of America and you see another American, make sure you embrace them. You won't get it now, but when you get outside of America, you will, because you don't see too many other Americans traveling. But honestly, I don't even know if you guys can hear me the whole chat, because I just seen that my mic was off. But I hope you guys could hear me. And if you couldn't, I'm going to do a quick wrap up about what we talked about. And we'll be back on Sunday. We talked about getting our passport from the U.S. Post Office. Only way you can't get this if you owe child support or you owe the IRS more than $50,000. We talked about having our bag of money. We talked about learning our language, being respectful, not being a victim of ethnocentrism, and having discipline. That's the only thing you need when you travel. And a source of income, whether it's online or on the ground in the country where you're going to be. And you need that job to be set up when you get there too. It ain't no we gonna move there and get a job. I did an interview for a job in Thailand at 3 a.m. So if I could do it, you could do it. And it's always gonna be quality over quantity. I'm not trying to sell a course. I am trying to build my page. But I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help you guys out. If you come across this video, hopefully it helps you. Let me know in the comments. This isn't our normal video where we usually dive into some of the more trending topics. But it is a necessary video. With the homeless rate at 17 or 18%, I just did a short on that. The homeless rate is at 17 or 18% right now. We need to know these things, guys. We need to know it's okay to jump off the ship. How to jump off the ship. Very important. It's very important. So hopefully you guys learned something from this. I'm not the type to sit on here and talk to the wall or talk to myself. So the more the community build, the more I'll be on here. If the community don't build through live, I'll just post these in YouTube videos. But I'm going to make sure you guys have a chance to get the information from me. And hopefully I push across your page and you benefit from this and you go get your passport and you go do your recon mission. And you get all of that bad juju out of you in that recon mission. So when you go to live somewhere permanently, you know how to move. But nonetheless, guys, remember, only thing we can do is control the controllables. With that being said, we're going to do the outro video. I'll see you guys in the next live. If you caught this on a playback, shout out to you. Make sure you leave a comment. And if you want me to start giving you guys a scheduled time, let me know that too. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to get some of you guys in here. But nonetheless, I appreciate whoever did come in and watch. If the mic went out, sorry about that. But I'll see you guys in the next live. I'm thinking Sunday at 7 p.m. All right, peace.
Answer me when I talk to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
Nigga, as long as you in my house, you put a sir on the end of it when you talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You eat every day.
Yes, sir.
Got a roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
Got clothes on your back.
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you?
Hell, I know it's because of me. But why do you think that is?
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Got through my first day without him, right? I learned how to drive. I learned how to shave. I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. The hell with him!
Give up, Mr. Cruz. Go home.
Because you like me?
Like you. I go out of here every morning. I bust my butt putting up with them crackers every day because I like you. You're about the biggest fool I ever saw. It's my job. It's my responsibility. A man is supposed to take care of his family. You live in my house, fill your belly with my food, put your behind on my bed because you're my son. Because I like you, because it's my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you. Now let's get this straight right here and now before I go along any further. I ain't got to like you. Mr. Rand don't give me my money come payday because he like me. He give it to me because he owe me. Now I don't give you everything I got to give you. I give you your life.
All right, guys. See you in the next one. Thanks for chiming in. Hopefully you guys learned something. Shout out to everybody that's new. And thanks for the continued support. No Limit ZV out.